Hey, besties. Let's throw some shade, honey. You ready to get into it? Sai, why are you not wearing deodorant? Are you trying to be natural? Please tell me you're squeezing lemons on your armpits. And you are driving in your brand new Range Rover. Don't you have separate climate control? Do you remember how to roll a window down? I mean, the driver of the car should never be uncomfortable unless you're dealing with others who are handicapped, sickly, whatever, pets, whatever, But it's like, why are you just in there fussing about being hot? Roll the window down. And just so I'm with you, girl, besides those quartz countertops, I don't even know why Erin decided to to redo her kitchen. It looks the same except for that island countertop. But she said, honey, she got new cabinets, but okay. It looks the same. Hey, besties, welcome to Behind the Shade. Child, let's throw some shade. Let's get into another episode of The Real Housewives of New York. It's season 15. It's episode 3. Dramamine drama. Huh. How would you rate this episode, besties? For me, it's a positive 4.5 for me. I'm just like, excuse me. These girls, I don't know. The subject matters, the fussing, not, 4.5 for me. How about you rate this week's episode? Do me a favor when you come in, please like the video and subscribe to the channel so you are updated every time I post a video. Okay, y'all, let's get into it if we gonna do it. So Erin is already at her house in the Hamptons. We don't know how she got there, but poof, magic, she's there. Meanwhile, Uba and Sai are in the car arguing. I just said it. Sai is driving. It's hot. Uba must have the heater on. And Uba tells her she's going to give her a 0 rating. And I laughed about that because I did not realize that the drivers give you a rating as the passengers in Lyft and Uber, the driving services. I did not know they rate you as well. And so I'm also trying to figure out, but they do, and I have a good rating. I think I'm like at a 5. And then Sai is not wearing deodorant, but she won't crack the window. So that's what they were doing on the way to the Hamptons. So all the girls, they get there, and child, it was pointed out very early when Sai got to the house that Erin had food, honey. They was like, come in, Erin. Erin has food, honey. So she had a whole bunch of charcuterie boards. She called it, I had a spread. She still tripping off last season about the caviar and the Pringles. So she left the caviar in the refrigerator. I didn't see any Pringles. Erin tells them that Raquel is driving by herself because she gets car sick. And she tells Sai, she wanted to ride with you and Uba, but you guys wouldn't give up the front seat. And so Sai is just immediately taken aback by this news. And she was like, well, I told her to take some Dramamine. And Uba and Sai are like, what? And so we didn't hear back from her. And so Sai is like, so now Raquel is making it seem like they didn't want her to ride with them. So Sai is like, I have been in this house 2 seconds and now I have drama with Raquel. And, she's trying to be cool with Brian. She already feels weird she got to deal with Brian, right? So she's like, so now I got drama with Raquel too. Great. So, but I did like how Brian greeted her. She was like, oh, I like your hair. And they hugged. And I was like, oh. So Uba says, I just can't believe this. We're playing telephone. So she is immediately going into her, I'm sick of this pigeon. You women are pigeons thing. This is her thing for the episode. And she talked about how she cannot handle it. So Sai gets her phone and she's showing Erin the text thread, between her and Raquel. And so, something about where they asked her to ride with them, they never heard back from her, you know. And so what we learned is that I'll say Rebecca, not Rebecca, Raquel. So when Cy told her to take the Dramamine, she said it makes her crazy and she can't take it. So she just stopped responding. So Cy made it clear we did not, I repeat, we did not leave her. So Cy goes to unload her car, her brand new Range Rover, and they put the ticket price up there that it was $107,000. Then Jenna pulls up in her $217,000 Rolls Royce. And so they compliment each other's car. Oh, I need to ride in. Oh, that's cute. Oh, I like da. You know how we do. So back inside, Uba's telling Brian that she wasn't supposed to leave her own party because by the time Uba got to Brian's party, Brian and her brother had left because of the argument with Cy. Brian says she didn't want to fight with Cy, that's why she left. Raquel, she arrives and Cy asks her, "So what your butt say about me?" And so they talked, and so they figured out that their wires got crossed. And I believe Raquel did not know. Raquel was trying to get in the car with them, but I don't think Cy understood that. So that's why Cy was telling her, "Oh, take some Dramamine, you'll be fine." And so Raquel did not make it clear to Cy that she wanted to ride with them, or Cy didn't understand it, whatever. But yeah, I'll say Raquel didn't make it clear because it's up to you to communicate and get your point across. So they get through with that. That's fine. Woo-wah, everybody's cool. So Raquel, clearly she gets sick in the car. Dramamine makes her crazy. And she was asking to drive Cy's new car. Cy was like, "Girl, I just met you. No, you can't drive my car." She probably won't even let her husband drive her car. So Uba made Brent and Cy go sit in the living room so that they could talk. Brent says, "If I hurt you, I'm sorry. I want us to be friends. I don't want to hurt you." And Cy says, "Thank you, but you haven't hurt my side. Let me say what I got to say. At least know why you're apologizing. Let me speak my piece." So she asked Brent, like, "What were your intentions for telling Jenna that I hate her?" And so Brent calls Jenna into the fold, into the group. And so Jenna's like, she starts backpedaling. I didn't call out Bryn. And so, of course, Jenna goes back to that. "Well, a lot of people have told me that you talk about me." And so Sai's like, "I understand that." Sai is not going to discuss that. She's not going to ask no questions. She don't want nobody. She don't want, and Jen clearly don't care enough to tell her. Okay. So if I called her out, I don't remember. Here we go. No, back up. Sai said, "I understand that." And Brian was one of the people who told you that, So when Jenna said, "I don't remember," Sai was like, "You do. You did. You said it. If you don't remember, I'm gonna let you know you said it." So Sai has to let it go because she like, this lady getting, oh, she don't remember nothing. What am I supposed to do? Fight her? So Brian called Cy out, honey. She was like, "I love the fact that Cy is jumping all over the fact that she talks about Jenna to lots of people." So Jenna says in her confession that Brian and Cy, they got something they need to heal. This don't matter to her. And so Cy talked about Jenna and it got around, and Jenna doesn't care. She just don't care. Okay. Okay. Well, Jenna, question: why are you here? Because this is a reality show. We got pot stirrers, people talking behind people's backs, and we got to keep the drama in. Now, what are you bringing to the darn group if you not going to care? You have to care. You are on a reality show. If you're not going to care, if you're not going to try to hold Cy accountable and defend your cute little Brian, I mean, why are you here? That's all I want to know. So Erin is mediating with the girls because, honey, she don't want no smoke in her house. She has an all white house. She don't want hair and nails and makeup all over the floor, the counters, the cabinets, the windows, the walls. She is just like, okay, so she's just mediating. She's okay. You say that. You talk. Now you talk. Okay, now you stop. Okay, don't say that. She's she's doing her thing. She's in her mediating bag. Ah, Sai is still telling Brian that she said it. Britt is telling her she didn't. But if she did say it, she would have told her because she loves stirring the pot. Now, Brian can't be more real. That's what I'm talking about. She said, I didn't say it. Yes, you did. Well, if I did, I would have said I said it because I like stirring the pot. So I wouldn't be sitting here denying it if I didn't say it, if I did say it. Okay. So Sai tells Brian, well, thank you for the convo. She ready to go back to that charcuterie board, honey. She about to go look for them Pringles and that caviar. So Erin gives her 2 cents. She says she didn't say it, so give her that moment. Then Brian tells Sai she's forgiven her. She said, well, I forgave you for screaming at me. Sai said, I didn't ask you for forgiveness. Girl, okay, Sai. So Sai's confessional, she says Bryn doesn't hear her. What happened? What's making her feel this way? She just wants to stick a pacifier in her mouth and tell her that they're cool and then poke fun with her. So she gets up and she says, we're good, we're good. And she said, Bryn's condescending tone is frustrating her and she's going to walk away. So Erin says, this is annoying. Well, you're on a reality show, Erin. So Jenna tells Bryn, she wasn't trying to get her in trouble. Bryn was like, I ain't tripping. I came to Sag Harbor on a chopper. You gotta love Bryn's energy. And so back in the kitchen, Bryn walks over towards Sai very slowly. And, the mediator is holding her, got her hands on her back, trying to she's not pushing her, but she's making sure she completes the task of going over there. And she hugs Sai. And so all the girls are like, oh, and so they tell Sai, hug her back. And so hi. So Sai hugs her back very tight and just like, come here, girl, because they want to be friends, So Erin says she is as much traumatized by this as she is very happy with this ending. So everyone is in Sag Harbor, Everyone is in Sag Harbor and they are marked safe. Now, can we all have fun now? We are away for the weekend in the Hamptons. Can we have a ball and have some fun? So Jenna Lyons gifts everyone, you know how she does every time they get together. She always has gifts. She comes bearing gifts. So she gifted everyone lingerie. I think she did that last year. Ain't that why Jessel was all mad in the tissy? So she gave Jessel a different gift. It was a designer bag. Forgot the name. It wasn't somebody. And so it was a gag gift. So Jessel opens the gift and child, it is a Christmas gift. It's a Christmas costume. And it was so funny because if you remember last year, she gifted Jessel some lingerie, but it was just like a long, like little slip dress, like a little dress, something you just throw on. And Jessel hated it. And she was just walking around, I look like a Christmas tree. So that's what the gag was about. So after they kikied and ha-ha'd, she gave her lingerie too. Very good. But that was funny. And so they have dinner plans that night. So they all go to their rooms so that they can freshen up and all that. So now Jenna and Raquel, they're sharing a room with one bed in it. And I was just like, lesbians, can you let me know? Is that cool? As they both have mates. They both have girlfriends, fiancés, whatever. But is that okay for your mate to be sharing a bed with another female when you're a lesbian? Like, I guess, child. They didn't seem to have a problem with it. I don't have a problem with it. I was just asking because, in the heterosexual world, no, that would not go. No, no. We need two beds. So the ladies get dressed. They're ready for dinner. And I didn't like anyone's outfit. And this is New York, right? So I'm like, you're supposed to be putting on the things. And everybody had their own style. So Jessel has her hoo-ha out, and everybody is talking about it. And she says it's a couture bodysuit, and it is truly see-through. And so they're at the restaurant, Calissa's. Jenna tells Jessel she couldn't nap because she was loud. And so Jessel is shocked by this news. Her like, me? I'm not the loudest in the house. What? Hold on, Bestie. I'm drinking my coffee. So Bryn tells her, yeah, you speak in a complaining voice, so it projects. Ooh, child. Yeah, her voice, Jessel, your voice it could be a bit annoying. Jessel tells her to STFU. And that was funny because, that she made light of it instead of getting mad. So that was cute, funny. That's the kind of banter we need when you go out of town. Talking to y'all over there in Orange County. I'm gonna get to y'all next. Over there acting a fool in London. So her and Bryn, so her, Aaron, and Bryn were taking shots, before they came to dinner. So everybody else was in their room relaxing. So I guess, Justin was a little turned. So Bryn asked Raquel, so what's up with you? What you into? What you do? What you do? Are you rich? What's happening? I know I'm paraphrasing. So Raquel said she had a house out there in the West Hampton, somewhere on the West Hampton Beach area back in the 90s when she was married to her husband and had her kids. She was a model. This is like the 90s. So she was a model in the 90s. She looked great. She looks good now. And then she got into art collecting. And then she ran into some adverse y'all, I cannot talk in the morning. She ran into some problems. I have the word. I know the word. I can't even get it out. She ran into some adversaries. Nope, that ain't it. You got to start over. Okay, y'all, I had to go get some water. Okay, and here we go. We're going to continue. So she ran into some adversities at the galleries. They didn't want to sell to her, being that she was a woman of color and all, right? And so she just built her own collection. Go. That's how you do it, girl, woman of color. So she built her own collection in the galleries. They wanted her collection. So she started advising after that. So Aaron asked if that's how, is that how you met Mel? And she was like, no, Mel is a forensic neuropsychologist. Cha-ching, cha-ching, ching, ching. Bryn over there, oh, I think I just got a boner. Oh, Bryn want to be gay so bad. She's so fake. So Aaron says, Abe met Mel at Bryn's party, and he said she was really cool. And so Aaron was saying how she didn't get a chance to go over and meet her. And so someone asked, were they married? And she said, no, but we're engaged. And so here go Bryn. Well, how did it occur? So Raquel says they were riding their bikes with the Ducati Ducks. And, that's a brand of motorcycle, and that's the group of the motorcycle gang or whatever. So they got off their bikes. They took a break. Everybody got off their bikes, and everyone was taking pictures. And so everyone kind of stepped away from their bikes so that they can have that moment. And, Raquel wasn't even tripping. And so Mel started talking to her and telling her how much she loved the kids. And then she popped the question. And so she shows them this humongous, big old, unique ring. It's gold. It has, diamonds encrusted in it. And it's just so beautiful and just huge. And so the girls go crazy over it. Like, oh my gosh, look, it's so, And so she says, yes, it's an art piece on my hand. And so Bryn tells the way she thought the story should have gone, how they got engaged. She said, "Oh, I thought you was gonna say that you guys went off riding into the sunset down the expressway and she tugged at your hand and then you looked and there was a ring on your finger." So Raquel says, well, that's dangerous because Mel needs both of her hands to ride the bike. And so they say, safety first, lesbians. And so then Raquel's like, yes, safety first, lesbians. And I think this should be the title of the video. Safety first, lesbians. I love it. So then Bryn says she wants to be a lesbian so bad. And I'm like, well, be one. Start today. Make the change. So then Jenna's telling her, well, you know, we became one after we were married to men and had our family. What are you waiting for? So Jenna tells her she became one at 43, and she asked Bryn, well, how old are you? Bryn was like 38. And so Jenna says, you have time. So she said, tick tock, Jenna, tick tock. And I'm like, if you don't stop flirting, that's why Jenna protects and defends Bryn for some reason. She likes that fake banter, that fake flirting from Bryn. So in my opinion, the TikTok Jenna means, will you hurry up and break up with Chas, or is it Cass? Break up with Cass, please. That's how I took that. Even though you had time to get with Jenna before she met Cass, that's all I'm saying. So Bryn turns to Rebecca and tells her, okay, it's your turn. And so, you know, Miss Rebecca, you know, she's not going to tell you about the Scientology stuff. So she jumps right in before they start asking questions. So she's like, I'm from San Diego. My family moved to Florida. Then when I turned 18, I moved to New York. I fell in love with the guy. She made that clear, y'all. I fell in love with the guy. And she wanted to move in together with him. And so the day before she was supposed to move in with him, he broke up with her, y'all. Like, he broke up with her. And she had nowhere to go. And so he just told her, sorry, you can't come here. We can't. No, I'm sorry, you can't. When I break up, that means you go away. You don't move in. So she tried to go back and tell her roommate she needed to come back, but she had given her room with the roommate to a high school sweetheart. His name was Brad, and he did, you know, he was the first to, you know, break that cherry. And so then she goes and tells us how the parents made a deal with her when she was in high school, like when she was 16. So they told her, don't drink or do drugs, and we'll put you on the pill at 16 years old. And so you know the rest. She got on the birth control pill, and then she just pow, 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 cherry juice everywhere. So everyone is sitting there like, oh, that's weird. So she was like, and I still have the bed. And everyone's mouth is just open in shock. She's like, yeah, I have my virgin bed. I have my virgin bed. And Aaron is like, I am so confused. So, honey, Aaron has gone from being annoyed to traumatized, and now Aaron is confused. She's going through all the things in this one episode. Poor Aaron. So Jenna says she cannot imagine allowing this kind of behavior with her son. She just can't allow it. So, and her son is what, 17? So is she assuming, does she think he's a virgin? Okay. So Uber and Raquel, they are over at the end of the table cracking up about this deal, about this bed and all this. They think it is hilarious. So back at the house, a few of the girls are in the kitchen at Aaron's house, and so everyone else went to bed. So there's Uba, Aaron, and Jessel in the kitchen. And so Uba asked them, what do they think about, you know, Bryn and Sai? And so Aaron was like, I think they're good. You know, they talk, they're cool. And so here go Uba. Well, no, because Sai didn't get to talk to Bryn. Uba says she doesn't open up to these girls because they twist everyone's words and everyone is a pigeon. And Jessel's like a pigeon carrier. So then Brienne comes into the kitchen because, she probably hears them. And so she says, yeah, we're friends and we had our breakthrough, and y'all need to find something else to talk about, Uba. So Uba says, you guys are all lies. Okay. You told Jenna, Sai says she hates her. Jenna says yes, then denies it. And then Brienne says, then Brienne just sweeps things under the rug and come back to start more conflict with you. She plays victim. She makes it a big old deal and never wants to be the problem because then you'll see who she really is. Get it then. Say that. Talk your talk then, Uba. And is Uba and what's the girl from Dubai? Ayan. Are they related? I'm just wondering. I think they are. Besties, do you know? I think Uba and Ayan are related. So Bryn said, she talked about me and she yelled at me multiple times. Don't go there with me because I'll get mad. I will get mad at you. And I was like, oh, don't let that carbon monoxide come out, honey. You know that carbon monoxide, honey. That's what she calls herself, honey. You don't want that gas. So she was like, everyone should be thankful that I'm super cool. I'm cool as a cucumber. And so and I let stuff fly. So Bryn tells Uba to get the facts. And she said, I have them. She said, no, you hear from other people like you fake violin. And here go Aaron. I like violins. And then somebody was like, well, there's other beautiful instruments. I think Bryn said that. So then Aaron says she's annoyed with everyone. So child, Lord have mercy. So Aaron has gone from being annoyed, traumatized, confused, and now she's back annoyed again. Y'all done annoyed Aaron again. So they talk about how Sai sent a group text apologizing to everyone from what she, with how she was acting at Bryn's birthday. I'm sorry, you guys. Sai sent a group text to everyone apologizing about how she was acting at Bryn's party. So watching Sai and Bryn communicate is like aliens on Mars. This is what Aaron says. It's just like she started making all these alien noises. So she's just like, listening to them talk is like, and I'm like, whew. I get it, Aaron. I get it. Bryn says everyone needs to chill out. And Bryn and Uba start with their banter. Back and forth and back. So, honey child, I guess eventually they went to bed because Bryn said in her confessional, talking to Uba, said, go to bed. It's like, right. Go with all that. It's too late at night to be arguing and fussing about this mess. Okay. So the next morning, everyone is still in bed and they're talking to their roommate or whatever. And so Aaron feels like everyone should be more direct when they communicate with each other. This game of playing telephone has got to stop. Words get twisted. And then she asked Bryn, is she the twister or the twisted? And that would have been a good title too. The Twister or the Twisted. That would have been a cool title. And so Bryn says, I'm a little bit of both. You have to be when you are a pot stirrer. You have to be a twister and you got to get twisted. It's the name of the game when you are a pot stirrer. So Uba and Sai, Lord, Uba and Sai. Uba is telling Sai about the conversation in the kitchen the night before. Sai brings up Raquel in that back seat again. We talking, well, y'all having two conversations, two different conversations. And Uber says she needs to train these pigeons again. And at this point, I'm already tired of hearing the word pigeon, but we got to hear pigeon 30 more times. Brace yourself, besties. So Bran goes into Jenna and Raquel's room. Jenna is still asleep. Raquel is sitting up, and she kind of tells her to shh, you know. So she gets on top of Jenna and starts gyrating on her. And so she's like, and she's telling her, I'm Cass, you know, her girlfriend. So she thought that was cute. They cut that scene off real quick. So their food is delivered. You know, Uber loves provisions. And so they order in. So they all go out into the backyard and sit down at the table and eat. And so the ladies are making jokes about Jenna's car and, you know, the Aaron and the Uber thing. And so I think Brie was like, is your car going to break down? Oh my God. And so, will Aaron have to pay for you an Uber? And so Jim was like, you know, that only happened because I was trying to see if Aaron could afford it. And so Aaron joins in and she says she can't afford it. And then Jenna has on and so then they said Jenna has money because she wears diamonds to breakfast because she has on some encrusted diamond watch or something. And you know, I love this kind of banter. This is what fun is with your girls. You hanging out, you just talking crazy, making light of situations, you know, and you're enjoying having fun. And everyone is talking their talk. You know, everybody's using the same tone. Everybody's on the same page with the same humor. Nobody's getting their panties in a bunch, and they just laughing and carrying on. And here comes Uber. Boom, 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 boom. And this is why Sai's not here. She says Sai is tired of being used as a pawn. And they are like trying to understand that, you know, Uba is from Africa, so they don't, you know, English is not her first language. And so Jessel and them are asking pawn. They don't know she's saying pawn, pound. They like pawn, and I kind of chuckled at that. Sorry, Uber. It was just kind of funny because they was trying to understand what you were saying, and you mad, and they can't take you serious because they trying to understand what you're saying. Trying to understand what you're saying. You know, you're using her like a pawn, like Raquel, and driving here. Let me get some water. And Bren says, because people are using spokespeople and can't talk for themselves. Where is Sai? And then production shows us she's in the bathroom doing her hair. So Uba and Brian, they go back and forth and back again. And Uba tells her to shut, you know, STFU. And I'm like, oh gosh, here we go. So Jessel thinks Uba is still mad at Brian for busting her out last season about having a boyfriend, you know, Oliver. But Jessel calls him Mr. CT, CT meaning Connecticut. Uba tells them the Raquel, you know, the drive here gate was about her too. You know, because she was a part of that whole thing. And so Brent is being condescending, and she, you know, she said, I will meet her with her disrespect. Well, you better meet her then, Uba. And so here comes Sai. She comes outside. She's all like, hey, y'all, hey, kitties. And so she's like, you know, they're all just a fussing. Uba's fussing. She's trying to speak and say good morning. And so Sai's like, what's up? So Jessica says, you know, she's speaking for you. She's speaking on your behalf. Everyone is a pigeon. You misinterpret things. We need to clean our ears, and you need to be respectful with your language. That's what Bran told Uba. More back and forth and back, forth, coming back, going to the fourth. You're the biggest pigeon here. Ooh. Uba said that to Bran. You're making this group not trust each other. You are a snake. Nobody sees you coming. This is Uba talking to Bran. And all the ladies are saying, wait, 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 no, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like, wait, don't call her a snake. Now, hold on. She's carbon monoxide, Uba, not a snake. But same thing. Nobody sees you coming. All of you think like this too, but you're just not saying anything. That's what Uba says. So Sai says, pineapple. And everyone stops talking. Like this. Right? Jenna said, what's pineapple? You know, Jenna don't never know what's going on. So Aaron asks, is that y'all safe word? So Sai says, calm down in her confessions. She was like, calm down. And she did calm down. Uba says, safe words are only when you are only used, you know, when you're having freaky tales. And so Jessel says her safe word while having the adult freaky times is zucchini. That's her safe word. And so the girls are cold. It's cold outside. If you know, folks' nipples are hard, so they go inside. And Aaron tells Uba, "Let's walk." So they go to the other side of the house to have a sit down and talk. She wants Uba to chill out because she wants her to chill out about outside because she feels like there's a blow up coming. And she don't want them fighting in her house, okay? Don't be fighting in my house. I just got my kitchen done. You heard? I done brought y'all food, so I need y'all to eat so y'all can chill. And so Uba said, that's me talking, y'all. So Uba says, good luck. Blow up, pigeon. And the episode ends. And I thought blow up pigeon would have been a good title too. But I kind of like safety first lesbians. I thought that was so funny and cute. But besties, you let me know your comments about this week's episode. Let me know what you rate this episode. And did you think of a title or do you like mine? I'm kind of in between blow up pigeon and safety first lesbians. Those both were stood out to me in this episode. Well, besties, I will see you in the next video. And I want you guys to have a beautiful day. Bye,